Merry Christmas, welcome back. If you are new around here, then hi, nice to meet you. And if you're returning, then thank you very fucking much for coming back, and Merry Christmas. I hope you are enjoying your festive period. It is Christmas week as I film this. I had no intention of actually filming this video because I'd done a couple other like pre-filmed stuff that I edited in preparation because I do work full time as well. Probably a good point to actually introduce myself. My name is Alanna. I am a 30-something Scottish lady who does like a sweary word every now and again, probably more often than not. So if you're not into that, completely get it. Please feel free, if you've got kids running about or something, turn down the sound, put the headphones in, whatever the fuck you like. But I am going to be akin to saying things like fuck, bugger, shite. That happens, okay? Had no intention of filming this, but seen Cara over at Cara C doing it. But this is a tag that was started by Emily Noel, a very, very well-known YouTuber, very, very old school YouTuber, and she done the 5 product makeup challenge. Now, when I seen Cara post this and then watched a couple of other people, I was like, that's easy. That's so easy. Like, they're making this really hard on themselves. Like, I am a cynical bastard, I'm not gonna lie, absolute cynic. But I thought this is gonna be super duper easy. I use cream products all the time, I never really wear foundation, fucking easy. No, because as soon as I started picking out 5 products that I thought, right, what would I do for a full kind of glam look, festive glam look with 5 products only, I was like, shit, actually, I probably used quite a lot of products quite a lot of the time, even though I like to think during my day-to-day, I'm just like, a little bit of blush, a little bit of mascara, something through my brows and on my way. But actually, when you take things like that away, like mascara, brows, that kind of stuff, 5 products actually adds up. Not take it away, sorry, add it on. Oh, fucking. If you don't know me by now, my multiplication skills, arithmetic is not the best. 3 products like that, all of a sudden you've added up and then you've only got 2 left to put the other stuff on, and I thought, shit, actually that might be quite hard. So I thought I would do this video. Now normally I would say to you at this point, help yourself to a cocktail, a libation, a tea, a coffee, whatever the fuck you like. I'm having coffee today because once I've done this little bit of filming, I'm going to nip out to the supermarket very quickly. Scotland is going back into lockdown on Boxing Day, which quite frankly, you will see in a vlog at some point my utter dismay and real sadness about. I'm really, really upset about it, to be honest with you. But because of that, I thought I'm going to go out this evening. Evening time is a little quieter. Get in, get out, come home. But I thought I would do this before that. So this one shouldn't be too long, but I never like to promise that because you all know what I like. I like a ramble. I do ramble quite a lot. My apologies. But if you like someone who just chats shite generally, then that's fine, you're very welcome here. So, if that sounds like your kind of thing, you're into that kind of shit, then just keep on watching. Do you like my festive jumper, by the way? Got this in Tesco, maybe I already mentioned this in a vlog. I think I probably did mention it in a vlog last week. But it's like a fine knit, and I kind of like that it's like a dark knit. Kind of, yeah, I don't know. Just kind of cool, I like it. I'm going to zoom you in ever so slightly. So this is going to be a full face glam look using only 5 products. I really struggled with myself because I was like, oh, you just this and this and this. Because I love a really dewy look. Today, what I'm going to say is, Emily said the rules were that you could do skincare, sunscreen, all that kind of stuff pre-hand. That's all done and dusted. But I am going to tell you that I used Glossier Future Dew, which, if you go into Glossier, is under the skincare section. Some people might dispute that with me and say it's more of a makeup product. I would say it's a hybrid, so we're going with that. It is kind of like oil kind of primer, little bit of a glowy sheen product. So I'm classifying that as skincare, but just so you know, that is what is on my skin at the moment other than my skincare. So I did put that one first. That is not going to be included in my 5 products. She also said that she was not going to use any large palettes. Like, you know, a palette where you could maybe have a cheek product, an eye product, maybe a cream product, you know, lots of different things that you could essentially probably utilize the one palette for a lot of things and count it as one product. So that is something I am not going to do either, but I am going to use a small quad. But there are obviously 4 colours in the quad, but I'm only going to use 1 colour from the quad. I don't know what one yet. I'm still on the fence about that. We'll see how this goes. But let's get started. Now, to start off, looks like this don't overly scare me because I'm not a big foundation wearer. I do wear foundation every now and again. I do wear it to film every now and again as well. Like, not all the time, but quite a lot of the time I might wear it to film. But personally, I am absolutely a concealer girl through and through. Concealer all over the face. And I'm going to use Glossier Stretch because it is my favourite. I think it lends really well to being used in other, like a cow Alana, good one. Other areas of the face, and I think it leaves a little bit of dewiness and glowiness on the skin. Now, in Emily's video, she did say, like, make sure to use one that maybe gives you a little bit of the opposite, like goes a little mattifying, because you don't have a powder to set down. But again, I am not a lady who uses powder very often, if ever. So for that reason, I am not overly concerned about that. I quite like looking like a sweaty beast. So for that reason, this isn't going to bother me. So I'm going in with Glossier Stretch and I'm putting it under the eyes. I would always usually put it there anyway. And then I'm going to put it over my chin because this is where I've got all my pigmentation right around about here. I'm just going to put it all over here. And then I'm going to put it round about my nose as well. Now, this might seem like people's nightmare. I understand that because it's a kind of emollient based concealer, and anybody who's got really greasy skin will be like, that is the worst place in the world to put that. I need to set that down. For me personally, it kind of doesn't really bother me, but I completely understand if you wanted to use something a little bit more of a cream to powder type of a concealer. And Cara actually in her video used a completely powder concealer, so it's completely up to you what your complexion likes and what your style is, I suppose, because I know lots of people love matte and lots of people love really shiny sweaty looks like me. So alright, so that's me with my Glossier Stretch on. That is enough coverage for me. I know for a lot of people they'd be like, but it's a challenge as well, so you gotta make it work. Now, here's where my real fight came, because the Danessa Myricks Vision Flush colours are wonderful for this type of look, and I have done a video already doing about an all cream face products kind of video, talking about these in particular and talking about the Duet Balm, which is the highlight kind of a product as well. But the problem is I have ballet slippers, which works really well as almost a bit of a bronzer on my complexion. Oh, I think somebody's car alarm is going off outside. You might be able to hear that, my apologies. I don't know when it's going to stop though, so I'm just going to keep talking and hopefully you understand. We're not professional. We're not professional people. So this is a little bit more of a neutral undertone. It is called ballet slippers. You would think it would be kind of pink, but on my skin it's almost like a little bit of a warmy brown colour. I don't know if you can see that there. And once blurred out, makes almost a little bit of a bronzer option, to be honest with you. There we go there. Now that looks very dark, but obviously you can blend it out quite a lot. And then I've got Black Cherry, which is a super duper like plum winter colour. It's so up my street for this time of year. That's it there. I'm just going to show you what that looks like as well. There, again, very dark, but we shall show you how it is blended out. It's that super duper like a deep wine berry colour. That's it there. And again, works absolutely fantastic all over the face, all over the lips as well. And potentially the ballet slippers one could go in the eyes, but also the Black Cherry one could go in the eyes as well for a slightly different look. So I was like, these are fantastic. They also do these in a shade called Tiara, which is like almost like a champagne highlight colour, like more of a golden colour, which again, if you had that one, that's you fucking eyes, lids, cheeks, you're done. So these are wonderful. But when I was adding up my products, I thought I can only use one of these. What am I going to use? So I think today I'm going to go in with the Black Cherry one, because it's that time of year where you would be like, you know, flushed on the face, a little bit of cold Jack Frost nipping at your nose. That's the song, isn't it? Jack Frost nipping at your nose. That's the song, right? I am singing the right song. I've not just made that up. Fucking hope not. So I reckon I'm going to go with Black Cherry. Let's just do that. And see where we go, which now means I cannot use ballet slippers at all. So if I've made a grave error here, my apologies. So I'm going to start off with blush because it seems the easiest option and just a wee dab here. That is pretty much all you need with these because they are very, very, very pigmented. Now, as you will see, very pigmented. Just gonna go in with this, a very, very, you've just came in from the cold. I've mentioned this all like loads throughout the years on my channel, and I take it across my nose as well. I know you're like, what the fuck are you doing? And then I take it up round about my temples as well. And I know you're just looking at me thinking, what is this, Halloween or a festive glam look? What the fuck are you up to? But trust me, it works. I then go back in with my sponge and start to just work that in. And yes, looks a little bit like I've got rosacea, but nobody said I couldn't go back in with the concealer again. It's not like a once you've used it once, it's not the one dip challenge, although I did see that recently as well. Okay, so that would be my complexion. The other thing I really love about these like vision flush things is they'll still leave a bit of sheen, because, and again, one of the things I was struggling with was what will I use as a highlighter. I wasn't sure where I would go because I felt like I would like a bit of sparkle. It is Christmas after all. But what we're going to do now is try to put some of that black cherry onto my eyelids, and you're probably thinking, heavens above, what the fuck. That's why I did think, well, I use the ballet slippers instead, but we've done it now. We've chose this one, so let's just see how this goes. I'm taking a kind of fluffy brush, can you see that there? A fluffy kind of brush, and this is a NYX brush, and I'm taking the excess that was on my hand, and I'm going to just run that through the socket here, because it is, as you can see, it is definitely going to leave pigment, but I just want a little bit of a base because, as I said, I'm going to use a palette, and the palette is going to be the thing that really brings the eyes together and makes it that really festive wow. I just want this for a little bit of a definition, and possibly to make you look like you're a bit sick and that you have red eyes, you know, your pink eye, stink eye. Now, when I watched Cara's video, I seen her do an like eye colour. It was like a liquid eye colour. She ended up using it on her lips as well, which was really quite interesting, because I would never ever think to use a liquid shadow. I suppose with my glossy Sky Wash I did in the summer actually, but it was a much fainter colour. It wasn't quite as deep and dark. But I love cream products for this reason. They're so transferable. You can use them for different things, and I really loved the look that Cara came out with. It was very vampy, very cool. I loved it. I thought it was so nice, and I thought, oh, I could absolutely do something like that with this colour, because it's that kind of deep dark cherry colour. But we don't want to be too copycat either, so we're gonna go with something a little different. And I noticed on Emily's one, she done something that she could use a brow gel for a liner. It was very classic, very red lip and liner situation, and I thought, I don't want to kind of copycat that either, so this is my version. What I'm planning to do is, I've also brought out the Dress Amyrix Duet Balm, because I do like shiny face and I do like a sparkle. So why not use it across the lid to give that kind of gloss look to the lid, but then add a bit of sparkle. Why not? So I'm just pressing that on here, because obviously I can't use a glitter glue or anything like that, so I'm just going to put that across the lid. This is a brilliant product because you could literally put anything on your lid and then smear this across the top, and it's, I suppose, a wee bit editorial if you want it to be that dickhead, but it's a bit editorial, it's a bit cool, glossy lids, and probably not something if you know, you don't want to have creasing and stuff. It is going to happen, but personally I'm a bit like, things like that though, I just smush my eye as I go through the day. It doesn't really bother me. Now, it's by no means Katie Jane Hughes editorial shiny glossy lid. Before I would much rather have like a very vibrant colour on the lid before I would do that kind of glossy look, but that's not where we're going with this. You're like, just fucking tell us where we're going then, for fuck's sake. So I'm going to use the Nabla Ruby Lights palette, but which colour do we choose? So I know I've used Capricorn before, and it is a beautiful like golden colour. This one here is Ruby. I think Whisper is very interesting. It's like this copper colour. This one here is Virgo, but that's maybe a little too purple. So I'm in between Ruby and Whisper. But because it is a pressed glitter palette, you definitely need something that they're going to stick to. So this one here is Ruby, and this one here is Whisper, and it's more like a copper colour. And I'm kind of like, which one do I want to put on? I think for this look, and seeing as we have a red bow in, I'm going to go with Ruby. Fuck it, we'll just give it a bash. Okay, so I put the glitter on. It is by no means perfect. It never was going to be, let's face it. But I actually really quite like how it looks more like a glossy lid than it does a sparkly lid. I quite like that actually. Then in real life, and there's a bit of movement and stuff to the glitter. And actually, I really like how that's come out on the lids. It's very pretty, and it's actually got a real undercurrent of red to it that I never realised when I first started putting it on my finger. I thought it was just a red glitter, but there is kind of glittery red pigment in it as well. I think we might just have to leave underneath the eyes. Maybe I'll just tiny bit run this underneath my eyes. It's just the excess of what was on the brush. What I think though I will do is on the inner corner, can we cheat? Can we cheat and use a little bit of the Capricorn? Just a tiny smidge on the inner corner, don't tell anybody. There we go. So I've put on the red on the lid and then just a little bit inner corner highlight as well there, just to make it a little Christmassy. Now that is very stark under the eye there. I'm going to just go back in with a little bit of the stretch concealer there, just because sometimes it's like you need to lift after you've put your makeup on, I find. Also, I'm not using a product, but I'm using a spoolie just to brush through my brows, because I know, again, when Emily done it, I don't think Cara done brows, but when Emily done this, when I seen her doing it, she used a brow gel and that also used that for her liner. But I've got quite big bushy brows anyway, so I'm just giving them a brush up. But no gloss, no brow gel, anything like that, just simply giving them a brush through. And then I'm going to go in with NARS Climax mascara, because I feel it's very impactful mascara. I know lots of people disagree, but I actually really quite like this mascara. And I think when you've got all this going on the lid, as I've said before, I done like a kind of Christmas look. I don't know if that video will be up yet, probably not. And it was like 5 Christmas looks, and when you're doing glitter all over the eye, then I quite like something just simple, not like loads of lashes and liner, just your lashes with loads and loads of mascara. And there we go, just lots and lots and lots of mascara, I think makes the difference. Now, lips, obviously, I'm going to be going in with the black cherry one again. And this can be like, you know, smeared out to almost a nothing, but I think on the lips we're going to make it quite strong. What's nice is they have these little like love heart shaped applicators, so you can be quite precise. And then I'm just going to take my finger and run that across there. Again, what I kind of love about these is you can have a little bit of a Katie Jane Hughes moment and just blend them out into a bit of a smooshed lip, which I really like. And again, if you thought you wanted a little gloss on the top of that instead, you can put your Dewy Wet Balm on the top to make it a little bit more glossy instead of matte. And there we go. That is going to be my take on the 5 products, 1 look. So I used the Dewy Wet Balm, the Vision Flush, mascara, concealer, and the Ruby Lights palette from Nabla. So it is still 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 products, and this is the look I have achieved. I know it's a little bit out there, but actually I kind of like it. I quite like that, and it's like sparkly, like my headband. It's jazzy, and I really, I would wear this lip absolutely. Maybe not so much the eyeshadow. I'm gonna have to go to the fucking supermarket with this one now. Oh my god. This is definitely more of a festive party kind of look. But it is Christmas after all. I'm sure nobody in the supermarket's going to give a shit. But the lip, I would wear absolutely every day of the week. The cheeks, all that kind of complexion stuff, I would wear absolutely every day of the week. And as I said, if you wanted a little bit more, this is just the Vision Flush. If you wanted a little bit more, you could put the Dew Wet Balm straight on top of that as well. But I feel with all the sparkle on the eyes and things as well, it's probably not required. But I actually really like the way this has turned out. I think it's really nice. Just a little bit of festive fun for you. And actually, I've managed to film this video so much so that my coffee is still warm. What the fuck is that all about? That's how quick and easy it was. So if you enjoyed this, then give it a little thumbs up. Thank you very much. There is a wee button down here somewhere if you want to keep fucking subscribing. It's up to you. I really hope you are all having a really lovely festive period. I hope that the new restrictions have not impacted too many people too much. I know that certainly it's made me feel a bit shit, so I hope you are all feeling okay. And I don't know, just let's, fingers crossed, 2021 has a lot more happy and bright things to bring to us. Let's just hope that. And I'm going to leave it here. I'll leave it with that, and let me know if you join in this tag. If you do, then please comment below. Please tell me about any other videos of people you have seen already doing this tag, and please like, share. No, like, subscribe and share. That would be fucking lovely. Thank you very much, and I'll see you all again in the next one. Bye.